Let's see. So I got that. Oh, so gratitude. Is gratitude one of those things that men and women understand differently? Yes. I think gratitude for men is almost a form of game. Okay, if you're talking about men and women, I'm not talking about men and men or women and women, right? Gratitude between the sex, like intra-sex, that's a whole different animal. But when we're talking about men being, having gratitude towards women or women having gratitude towards men, I think one of the reasons why women have a really tough time with having any kind of behavioral gratitude towards men is because it's almost like a compliment. So hear me out. Women rarely give a man a compliment. And I understand why. Because when a woman gives a man a compliment, he takes it as an IOI, an indicator of interest. Oh, really? That's a great shirt. There, Rolo. Oh, really? And so all he does is go buy like 10 more shirts just like that, right? Because, it works good. Well, about 10 of them would work better. That's male bonehead deductive thinking, by the way. So gratitude for women, I think gratitude, compliments, gifts, and a compliment is a gift from a woman because most guys, they are, it's like the desert, right? And it's a woman gives you a compliment and it's like finding water in the desert because women don't care. They do not care to give compliments. They do not care when it comes to gratitude because they don't think they should have any gratitude for you in the first place. But beyond that, though, I think there's sort of a psychological thing that goes on there because women are, and I 100% agree. I have no problem with this, but like I think that when women express gratitude, they are concerned that gratitude will be taken as an indicator of interest, and if they don't want that to happen, they just simply don't do it. So if you think that women are like less gracious or they're less complimentary or they don't say thank you or even apologize for things, right? That's a form of gratitude. If you apologize, hey man, I really fucked up. Women having that insight in women is rare, very, very rare. And then being able to actually express that insight is even more rare. Well, I've been asked this before, like Rolo, what do you look for in a woman, like for a long-term relationship? Why did you marry Mrs. T? And one of the things, and I noticed this in my own wife, and after having worked with God knows how many women up to this point, I think that insight, ladies, if you're listening, and I don't give prescriptions very often, so listen up. I think insight or developing a sense of insight and then being comfortable with expressing it is value added for women. Not cooking, not doing the laundry. That's like basic shit. Like everybody's supposed to do that. What do you want, a mother? Okay, fine. But qualities outside of having a hot ass and big tits and no gag reflex and really look good and get in the gym because you want to be. Yeah, those are some basics that I would also throw onto that list. But when it comes to value added, insight would be at the top of my list. And what I mean by insight is like women who actually stop and they think about their actions, who actually have some self accountability. And that doesn't mean, she has to walk around and apologize and because right now women will hear this and they'll be like, well, what does he want? A mother? What does he want? A slave? A woman just tie his shoes for him? What is he, a little boy? No, I want insight. Genuine desire is at number one on the list, period, end of story. Number two, insight. Being able to say, you know what? That's pretty fucked up. I should probably go apologize to him. Women apologizing is probably more rare than a compliment, more rare than gratitude. And I'm not saying women don't do those things, but there's really a curb they really got to get up above before they will even initiate that. Because it's one thing to have that insight and go, man, what was I thinking? It's another thing to bust yourself down and go, especially with a guy. Women will have gratitude and will apologize to their girlfriends way before they'll ever do it with a guy, and even their husbands, because it's tough, because he's a dude. He's the one who should be, on top of his game. And if she comes down on him for some like no real reason, or so just some sort of unjustified bullshit, or it's like, unnecessary shit like that, women checking themselves with insight. And then, because it's one thing to do that, it's another thing to say, hey man, I'm sorry. I should never have done that to you. That I said that in anger. I said that because I was worried about insecurity, blah, blah, whatever the reason is. But having it and then expressing it, sometimes that's a gulf that women just simply can't get across. So women will compliment, they will appreciate, they will have gratitude for their girlfriends way before they will have it with a guy. So is it a gendered concept? Yes, it is. And thank you for giving that to me. You know what? Here, you can have one of these. That was good, because I have another show coming up very soon. I'm kind of actually, I'm thinking like maybe me and Glenn will do a short, like a 30-minute video on this, but gendered concepts. What's a gendered concept? Love is a gendered concept. What I mean by that is men and women have different concepts of love. Men and women have different concepts of respect. Men and women have different concepts of gratitude, for sure. Although I'm not sure I would put it in terms of gratitude, but like insight maybe. But that's probably an aspect of that. But that's really good. Thank you for that. That was excellent question.